young, dumb, and full of commitment. What did you think I was going to say? It's the Broke Ass Podcast with Kiki and Shane. Here's your host,
So petty.
Kiki and
And
Shane.
long ass anime titles. So yeah, we got a decent little show here. By the way, hi, welcome to the Broke Ass Podcast. This is Kiki. I'm Shane. I guess our autofocus is fucking with shit now, I guess, or something. I don't know. All right, so fix the lighting issue. Yay, we can see people now. My condolences on your situation. You'll forgive the halo on the TV. All right, so we got a few things that we're talking about today. How you doing, by the way, Kiki?
I'm good. How was your day today?
It's been eventful. It's been eventful. Not too much. I got to go to work later, so yeah, good times. Good times. What have you seen so far from the past week? I mean, is there anything that's like jumped up and grabbed your attention this past week?
I've been hearing a million things about NFTs all week.
What the hell? Okay, so what the fuck is an NFT? Because I don't really know. All I know is like somebody makes like a little GIF or something and they try to sell it as a brand.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like monkey ones, Bored Apes or something.
Okay, so...
And they're like selling for like millions of dollars. And people are buying it.
This is fucking cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know shit about cryptocurrency. I don't trust cryptocurrency. I understand it's not regulated by the government, so therefore it's not like taxed or anything like that. But now governments are looking to tax cryptocurrency. I heard about that. Governments are actually starting to start their own cryptocurrency, or they're going to regulate the cryptocurrency. I guess the market's going to justify whether the cryptocurrency is going to be used or not, because it's up to those markets and those companies whether they're going to accept it or not. Some of them are now accepting Bitcoin. I think some of them are talking about accepting Dogecoin. So NFTs right now, unless somebody accepts it as an actual currency, it ain't worth shit, really. I mean, you're buying and trading digital pictures.
Yeah. Unless you're Frank's Red Hot, they're making edible ones.
Edible NFT.
Yeah, Frank's Red Hot. It's going to be in a Super Bowl commercial. And they're making edible NFTs. How that's going to work, I don't know.
I don't know. I thought McDonald's already did that and just called them chicken nuggets.
Yeah, the 50-pack for the Super Bowl, not sponsored.
Oh my God.
But
Jesus Christ, it's like cancer causing. Oh my God. No.
yeah, let's talk.
I heard stories about somebody once found a feather in their chicken nugget. So at least you know it's real chicken, or at least it's real bird. I don't know if it's actually chicken. It could be pigeon. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of them. I found cartilage in mine before. I mean, is that normal?
I don't know. I used to eat a fuck ton of them, but I can't do it anymore. I learned too much. All right. So we are official now. We are available on YouTube. You can find us on Low Down Dirty Shane on the YouTube channel. If my autofocus will stay in focus. I don't even know. I haven't even been looking at the camera. You'll forgive me. Also, you can find us on Spotify for the Broke Ass Podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts as well as Google Podcasts. Just look for the Broke Ass Podcast. You can also find us on our RSS feed, and there are links of all of this available on our YouTube channel. Again, it's Low Down Dirty Shane on YouTube. Shane with an N, not the movie with an M.
To make that clear.
I know, and I thought it was like, hey, it's a play on words, right? No, because I'm not popular and because I've only got like maybe 40 subscribers or whatever, they still want to say, are you sure you're not talking about the movie? Because this channel ain't worth a shit, so,
You'll get there, don't worry.
Eventually. All right, so I heard something, this right here. So this is from CNN, and it says right here, can we get rid of that? Or is that stuck up there?
I don't even see an X to that.
I guess. Wow. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so Florida bill to shield people from feeling discomfort over historic actions by their race, nationality, or gender approved by Senate committee. So in case any of you haven't heard about this, there's a bill that's trying to get passed in the state of Florida. I don't know how many Floridians actually watch the show or how many people even watch the show in the first fucking place. But that being said, yeah, they're trying to pass a bill in the state of Florida right now, right? And it's for discomfort. So you've heard a lot about the critical race theory being taught, and people trying to say it's like the 1619 bill or something that was trying to pass, saying that the United States was actually founded in 1619 and not 1776 because that was when slavery was first brought into the U.S. or whatever and stuff like that, and it was the slaves that built the U.S. Well, this is some of the stuff that they talk about during their critical race theory, and there's been a lot of parents claiming and fighting back, saying that the things that are being taught in schools is actually segregation, and now we're oppressing the Caucasian people, we're oppressing whites. Right? And whites are being told that you are an oppressor just by your race, by your color, because you're already privileged. You're already given these opportunities that other people of color are not giving. You're not oppressed by the police officers and the people of authority and everything else. Right? Mm-hmm. And so this bill is supposed to eliminate that. So that way they cannot say that you're automatically an oppressor just because you were born white. It's not your fault that you're white. It's your actions that dictate the person that you are. Kind of sounds familiar, Martin Luther King, the content of the character, not so much the color of the skin.
On the money on that one.
Now, who'd have thunk it, right? So what do we got? CNN says a bill backed by Republican Governor Ron DeSantis that would prohibit Florida's public schools and private business from making people feel discomfort or guilt based on their race, sex, or national origin received first approval Tuesday by the state's Senate Education Committee. The Republican-controlled committee approved the bill with 6 Republican senators in favor of the bill and 3 Democratic senators opposed to it. Although the bill named individual freedom does not mention critical race theory, the term is used in the attached bill analysis that was given to the senators. DeSantis also referred to CRT when he announced the proposed legislation at a media event in December, saying that the proposed law would help keep CRT out of the schools and out of the workplace, calling it state-sanctioned racism that creates hostile work environment. So basically he's saying that, it's anti-CRT, it doesn't want the critical race theory. He doesn't want oppression on any level. We have to step away from it. I saw a video once. Morgan Freeman actually came out and he said, I think it was either Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I think it was Morgan Freeman. He says, you know how you stop racism? Stop fucking talking about it. Right? Just stop fucking bringing it up, right? And it's kind of like we all have our exes, right? Yep. And that one, whenever you are with that person, they always want to bring up old shit. Mm-hmm. Always want to,
Call them a plunger.
Plunger? Mm-hmm. What the fuck you talking? Why call them a plunger?
Because they want to bring up old shit. They're a plunger.
Oh, see, I like that. I dig on that. So yeah, man. So that's what they do, and instead of fucking, you can't move past something if you're just consistently fucking just dwelling on it.
I agree.
Move on. So, under Florida Department of Education rules that took effect last June, CRT cannot be taught in schools. Critical race theory is a concept that seeks to understand and address inequality and racism in the U.S. The term also became politicized and has been attacked by its critics as a Marxist ideology that is the threat to the American way of life. Now, they talk about inequality. What's funny is you don't hear politicians talking about equal anymore. They talk about equitable. It's always about equitable. What does equitable mean? Well, equitable is what is fair and just based on the situation, right? Mm-hmm. So because you're a person of color and you're automatically oppressed because you're a person of color, therefore you deserve extra. Is that right? I mean, never mind the fact your work ethics your habits, and anything else that you do in life, your aspirations and your drive. That has nothing to do with it. We just gonna start because you're a person of color.
Yeah. But then we're just having people based off of that. Like, that's just, oh, because you're black. Oh, because you're white. Like, that's, what are you going to get done by doing that?
Right. You can't do that. And again, we go back to Martin Luther King, you know, content of the character, not the color of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. God, why is it, dude, it's 2022 and we're still fighting over color. And it doesn't matter whether it's black or white. It's now red or blue, you know, fucking whatever. If you want to go with a conspiracy theorist, it's either green or yellow because you got the fucking aliens and everything else. Apparently there's lizard people running the government and stuff like that.
Heard about that a lot.
I don't know. See, that movie They Live. I mean, was it really entertainment or was it a fucking prophecy?
Tell me about that movie.
Great movie, by the way. They Live. Keith David and fucking Roddy Piper. Love that movie. Telling you. One of the best lines ever. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. All right. High schools. What the fuck is going on with high schools nowadays?
I don't know. They need to be shut down.
Do you think? Well,
they're like little detention centers to me.
It's bad.
That's what it seems like.
I mean, it's nothing like whenever I was in high school. Of course, I mean, that was back in the fucking 90s. I was in high school. And you know, it was like, yes, they had education that they were supposed to be teaching you, but that was back whenever they could still fucking whoop the kids too. You know, and so we knew there were consequences to our actions. We didn't fuck around. I was a shithead though.
See, I was good. I was quiet. I was quiet.
I was a shithead. I was screaming because even back then, whenever I was in high school, you couldn't wear earrings. Guys could not wear earrings to school. So I got my ear pierced when I was 14 and I was screaming discrimination. It was sexual discrimination because you won't let me wear a fucking earring. I said, if I want to come in here in a dress, I should be allowed to come in here in a dress. Hey. Mom and Dad said they wouldn't pay for the lawyer for me, so I had to take out the earring.
Okay. You didn't wear the dress?
I didn't wear the dress. Mom wouldn't let me wear the dress. Dad said he would whoop the shit out of me. My sister was going to take pictures. Yeah, so
of course.
You know, supportive, I guess. Either that or blackmail for later. Who knows?
I like that one. She's onto something.
Okay, so I saw a video earlier today, and I want y'all to see this because this video, it's been taken down. And it was freaking hilarious. And I brought it up. See, I had it queued up. This was a video that was sent to me in a message. And I watched it earlier today. And it was funny. Now, all the video was a guy that I guess he was a teenager, maybe his late teens, early 20s. I don't know. He was young. And he was pouring himself a glass of strawberry milk on ice. And he said he loves strawberry milk because he's vegan and because the milk comes from the strawberries. And it was just a group of farmers that have their own TikTok. And you know, it's this guy right here. He's Goose 2659. He's funny. And they were just laughing at the guy, you know, just what the hell happened? You know, well, seriously, you honestly thought the milk came from strawberries. Now, I did have a guy who was freaked out because he was at work at the movie theater and he finally figured out that popcorn came from corn.
Are you serious? Oh. Where do you think it came from?
But he was just he's just like, this is really corn. I'm like, yeah.
People scare me.
Sometimes.
Get better. Do better.
Please.
Learn better.
Don't be sorry, be better. Fucking love God of War. Such a great line. Come on, boy. All right, so yeah, they were just laughing at him, you know, and even one of the guys that was watching the video with the other guys was laughing at the other guys, asking him, seriously, this is what you do on your Sundays? You know, we just stupid shit, laughing at stupid shit on TV, right?
Yeah.
We see this every day in ridiculousness. Every fucking day. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that guy's got on MTV, but he's got a contract with MTV. I think his show is like the only thing that fucking plays.
Literally from morning to night. Yeah. It's always on. It's just always there.
It's oh my God.
He's a smart businessman. It's always on.
I guess it's
so he's doing something
like the
right.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 channel on Pluto TV. You ever watch that?
No.
Pluto TV. It's free TV, right? It's an app that's free TV.
Okay.
And they have a channel on there. It's Mystery Science Theater 3000. And it's nothing but Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes over and over and over again. Now they have news and other stuff on there that's like old stuff. Then they have like classic fucking cartoons, old fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, He-Man and shit like. Oh yeah.
Okay, there's some gems on there.
Oh yeah. I'll get fucked up and just.
I'm gonna download that.
Oh yeah.
Not sponsored.
But apparently, I guess this was wrong. This was bullying or something like that because we're laughing at people's ignorance, and I thought that was something we do on a daily fucking basis.
That's what I do for fun.
Yeah. So, but apparently, not all high school kids are that fucking stupid. All right, because we got kids that are understanding that their rights are actually being taken away from them. So this is all about the mask policy in high school. What's your thoughts on the mask policies in high school?
I feel like if they're vaccinated and they want to wear it, they can. I just feel like it should be up to them. Like whoever wants to do it can do it. It shouldn't be forced.
Right.
Because that's what people believe in. You can't cut in on people's beliefs.
Well, psychology says that, part of the relationship that people have with each other is because they can see each other's faces. It's the face that expresses the emotion, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not always just the body language. It is the face that expresses the emotion. So whenever you're able to see somebody in their face, not just their eyes, but their face themselves, you can better express people and everything else. You can better relate to them. It builds bonds and character and everything else for society. We're hiding everybody's face.
Well, I mean, isn't that the same thing as the Zoom calls? Over class? None of the kids have their cameras on.
Oh my God, dude, and I can't stand. Yeah, the kids don't even care. Some of them put up like a recording of them just sitting there. They don't even pay attention.
Just the teacher. I've seen classes, it's just the teacher on there and everybody's got their cameras off,
so
muted.
What's the fucking use of the class?
Yeah. So, like, with that, like, it's like kind of reminds me of that. Like, everybody's showing up.
Yeah.
But at least you're showing up.
And see, here's my thoughts as far as the mask thing. I mean, because the CDC actually came out and said cloth masks don't work, right? Mm-hmm. Only the N95 masks are the only things that are truly effective. Now, to understand everything, the N95 mask will guard everything up to, I believe, 6 microns, right? Your cloth mask, best you can do on anything like that is like maybe 60 to 80 microns of protection. The virus is 1 micron. So it can go through. Mm-hmm. Where's your fucking protection? Wow. So what's the use of it? And they've already said that the youth are not as prone to, severe sickness and illness. So why are we, there was even backlash because of some other stuff, some photos that was taken. We'll get into that here in a second. And that's over in Georgia. Now, this was over Washington State High School. Apparently, some seniors got tired of actually having to wear the mask all the time, so they decided they were going to protest. They don't take everything for, whatever they're given. They actually want to stand up, and they want to do research, and they believe in their rights, and this is what they're doing. Now, in here, it's talking about, let's see what it says. What is this from? This is NR News, National Review. Okay, so that's what this is from. It says here, the mask wars have been heating up in school districts across the country in recent weeks, notably in Purple, Virginia, where Governor Youngkin's administration has been battling defiant school districts in the recent executive order making masks optional. So apparently the Governor Youngkin, the new governor, he made an executive order making the mask optional. Mm-hmm. And it was actually ruled here recently, I just saw today, that a judge did put a stay on... because they tried to do a countersuit. Some of the politicians or some of the people tried to do a countersuit against the governor on his executive order, saying it was unlawful. Judge ruled it's lawful. Sorry, I don't tell you. So it stays in place, which means these kids are exercising their civil rights to keep the mask optional, something that the governor said it was available. I'm going to have to turn that shit off, man. And when it's talking about here, the Purple, Virginia, what it's talking about is it's not a red state, it's not a blue state. It's a mix of in between.
I was looking at that too. Interesting.
So even in reliable blue bulwarks, such as Washington State, some students are saying enough to masking requirements and are organizing peaceful protests to pressure legislatures to the end of COVID-19 restrictions. Now, I don't know if you've seen this video. I don't know if they have this video on here. This kid's gone on to do other interviews on television and so forth. And I saw the video of him when he was talking to the other students. He was telling the other students, this is a peaceful demonstration. All we want to do is we want to speak our minds. We want to get our point across, right? Mm-hmm. Do not cause any disruptions or anything like that. If we're going to go into the school, if they ask you to place your mask on, you respond in kind. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. And if they ask you to leave, then we leave.
Yeah.
Right? Do not stay, do not cause havoc, because it's private property or government property, whatever the hell it is. So, they have to go on to public property to protest for it to be visible. Otherwise, if it's on any government or private property, you have to have a permit for it. That's why they have permits for assemblies that happen at the Lincoln Memorial and stuff like that. They actually get permits for that.
I didn't know that. That's not me.
That was me. I feel my watch vibrate.
4:20.
I don't know who all is texting me, man. It's driving me nuts.
The hose.
And my boss is texting me about something. I'll look at that here in a moment. But yeah, and this is actually spreading right now. So this was in Washington State, but apparently this also happened in Illinois too. There was a lot of students that walked out in Illinois. Mm-hmm. They went in and they were requested to place their mask on or leave. So they just turned around and they left. They didn't stick around. And so this is spreading everywhere. Students are now sticking out. Where the parents can't, the students will. And you can only push people so fucking far.
Yeah. And honestly, you don't often see high schoolers fighting for anything.
No.
That's not to do with school. They want to go in and learn.
Right. Most of the protests you see with students is led by the teachers, right? So you have the protests that happen in the Capitol where the teachers pull the kids out of classrooms. You have the protests that they have for against animals and everything else, supporting animals, supporting sea life, against SeaWorld and shit like that. And you usually have teachers with them.
Yeah.
This is a complete student organization. Teachers have nothing to do with this, and the parents aren't even involved in this. It's the students that are organizing this.
That's got to count for something. They're fighting for it.
Oh, I tell you what, man, it gives me hope for the future. Speaking of protests, we got any of y'all heard about the Freedom Convoy that's been going on? Apparently over in Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa's, I guess, is the capital of Canada. There's this huge convoy. They're tired of all the mask mandates and the vaccine mandates and everything else. Now there's vaccine mandates for truckers to be able to cross the American-Canadian border. And there's a lot of stuff that they ship from Canada down here, or we ship up there. Right? Goodness gracious, people. So with all of that going on, they're mandating vaccines and stuff. And what was it? Lost my damn train of thought. I'm gonna throw my phone. I swear. I swear I'm gonna throw it.
That's why you looked down at it too. I'm like, oh.
So, God, man, no, I've never received these many text messages. I never get this many text messages.
You blowing up.
Oh my God, I am not that important. I swear I'm not that important. All right, so everything going on in Ottawa. So they ended up getting it was 70 kilometers, 40 miles. I don't know how it translates and whatever. But yeah, and they all showed up in Ottawa, right? And so this is from the BBC News. Now they're talking about Ottawa, and Ottawa is now getting declared an emergency over the trucker convoy. So the mayor of Ottawa has now declared in a state of emergency because of this convoy that they're all just parked. That's all they're doing. They're just parked and sitting there, right? And so you can see them walking around. They've got, their flags and everything going on. BBC talks about it. It says, the mayor of Canada's capital, Ottawa, has declared a state of emergency in response to more than a week of truckers' protest against the COVID restrictions. So they've been sitting there for over a week now.
Wow.
Jim Watson said the city was completely out of control with demonstrators outnumbering the police. He said the protesters posed a threat to the residents' safety. There has also been reports of racial attacks. Ottawa Center has been paralyzed. The vehicles tense, blocking roads. The Freedom Convoy was sparked by the introduction last month of a new rule that all truckers must be vaccinated across the U.S.-Canada border, but the protests have morphed into a broader challenge of the COVID health restrictions. The protesters have since gathered in downtown Ottawa near Parliament Hill, and their demands have grown to include ending all such mandates nationwide and opposing the government of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau, he's a piece of work, man. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. So, I found video footage of the disruptions and everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so... Looks violent, doesn't it?
I want to go. That looks fun.
All right, so, but wait, there's more. This is my favorite one.
Okay. I see a lot of diversity.
That song is actually from a Pepe meme.
Really?
That's the song. Okay, so do you remember? Did you ever hear about the coup that happened in Myanmar?
No.
Okay, Myanmar is a country somewhere out there. I don't know where the fuck it's at. I guess
somewhere out there
near the Middle East or something. I don't fucking know. It's out there, right? And there's the military believed that the head of the leader of the country was defrauded. She ran a fraudulent election, right? She cheated in the election.
Mm-hmm.
And so the military came in and got involved and started investigating everything and took over the government, right? Killed all their internet and stuff. There was a woman that lives there, and she does an exercise video in front of the Capitol building in Myanmar. And she was doing her little exercise. Unbeknownst to her, you see these military trucks just pulling in right behind her. And so it became a running fucking meme. So they found this Bollywood fucking song or whatever kind of song it was, of a guy banging on the drums, singing that song right there with her dancing, and everybody else is putting other shit in it. So you got Pepe the Frog dancing, you got Trump dancing in the back, you got every... Oh my God, dude, it was fucking hilarious, and it just spread everywhere. It was, oh my God. Just look up the video of the woman dancing in front of the Myanmar thing. Now this is actually what the police are doing. Apparently, this is video footage. The people have been donating gas, donating money and fuel for these truckers to keep these trucks running so the truck drivers can stay warm, because you can see it's fucking cold.
Of course.
Police are confiscating it.
Oh.
So, in fact, yes, they are taking fuel right away from people as they attempt to fuel their vehicles. And people are surrounding the police, even though the police are actually being extremely calm and cool about kind of everything, except for they're taking fuel, I guess. But other than that, they're being pretty respectful to everyone, considering they just got surrounded in like 2 seconds.
That's me again. So yeah, and I was talking to you earlier about it. Apparently the mayor of Ottawa has said now for the next 10 days, no honking is allowed, because that's how they were protesting. They were honking as well too.
You're stopping every little thing they try to do.
So, I mean...
But, I mean, at this point, like, everybody's out in the streets, no mask.
Right.
They're like, what? Like, just let them
Just let them
go.
be.
Like, it's already happening.
Just let them be.
Instead of just holding them up.
By the way, I'm curious, everybody. I'm curious on what you think about the animation that I have going on back here. I'm just going to throw different things on here every now and then. I didn't tell you, but so what's going to be on the green screen is just an episode of Space Dandy, just running in the back, whatever. It's fucking hilarious. I love Space. Have you ever watched the show Space Dandy?
No, I've heard about it though.
Space. Oh my god, dude, fucking hilarious. He's a hero, right? And he's like a bounty hunter or something like that. He finds aliens that are unregistered in the galaxy government or whatever the fuck, right? Unregistered aliens, and he gets paid for this. He's an egotistical pig, complete fucking moron. His two partners are some kind of cat alien thing that's like a pothead, idiot, hornball, and then an annoying fucking robot that's just on, and it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
You know how we have Hooters? Mm-hmm. They have boobies. It's just called boobies.
It's straight to the point.
Yeah, it's straight to the point.
I heard we're getting a Hooters bias.
Are we kidding? A Hooters?
That's what I heard.
We live in South Florida. Goodness gracious! Oh, well, that was you. Then my watch didn't vibrate on that one.
No, my phone's on silent. You're popular.
My phone on silent.
Are you guys texting her?
I don't know. Oh, Kevin was trying to get my attention on trying to figure something out, but apparently he figured it out. Okay. Yeah. What is your favorite anime?
I've only ever really, not gonna lie, I've only ever watched one fully through, and it's Neo Yokio.
What is Neo Yokio?
It's like it's like an anime that is not an anime. If that's how I could put it. Because to me, when I was watching it, I'm just like, they made it in a anime style, which I appreciate.
So like the artwork and stuff.
Yeah, like how it looks and like the things, like it's anime-esque. But
okay, so
it could have been just
kind of like how people see Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's anime, but it's not from Japan.
Yeah,
anime.
yeah. Okay. Like it's like that. But I enjoyed it. It's very like current, like with the times and like the fashion and stuff.
So what's it about?
Well, it's about this guy who has pink hair, and he's trying to get this girl, and he's gotta fight these people, and he has got like a robot butler with him that looks like a Gundam. It's that type of thing. And he follows him around, and he's like his partner, and it's really good. There's only like a season or two. It's not much, but really? That's the only one I've ever fully watched through.
I've watched a shit ton of anime. I've been obsessed with cartoons all of my life. In case any of y'all can't see, I don't know. I think my camera's crooked as shit too, man. It's all fouled up. Yeah, I've got a thing up here. It's a picture. It's entitled Speechless, and it's in honor of Mel Blanc. He was born 1908, died 1989. Fucking love the man. He voice of Bugs Bunny, Daffy, Yosemite Sam, Pig, Porky, Foghorn Leghorn, Tweety Sylvester, all of those. And it's just...
I love it, though. I love that.
Yeah. They're all bowing their heads in a moment of silence. Absolutely beautiful. And it's under AMZ microphone from Mel Blanc. See, I've always loved cartoons growing up. And when I was a little kid, I said I want to draw cartoons for Disney, right? When I was like 5, 6 years old. And then I started growing up and I learned how fucked up people get when they come out of Disney. Wow. Some of those stories are true. And then I wanted to draw from Marvel Comics, but then you don't really make much money doing Marvel Comics, and they work your ass to the bone, because I saw stories with Stan Lee. Dude, Stan Lee was doing a shit ton of fucking writing for comics and everything else, right? He said the reason why Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, right, why their first and last names are the same initials, so he could remember what fucking book he was working on.
I mean, if he was just sitting there constantly
Matt
pushing
Murdock.
them out, I can imagine. Especially in that time, to not have the technology they have now.
Right.
That's just...
And so yeah, and then I discovered anime, right? Whenever my cousin, he lived in Houston, so he had this cool channel, and he got to see a show called G-Force. Well, they called it was it Battle of the Planets at one point, and then later it was called G-Force. It was called Gotcha Man over in Japan, and it was cool fucking anime. They were like, imagine the Power Rangers, kind of, but not really with their own vehicles. It was like pre-Voltron, because Power Rangers are just a rip-off of Voltron. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. And Voltron was just a rip-off of something else that was over in Japan. Mm-hmm. There's a YouTube channel called Toy Galaxy. He does a whole fucking breakdown of that shit. I love that guy. Yeah, give him a holler. Toy Galaxy on YouTube. But what was it? I fell in love with the art style. I fell in love with the animation. It was action. It was adventure. And the reason why it was so appeasing to me, apparently I later found out that this was all cartoons that had like major violence and blood and gore and adult stories in it. And they just had to edit that shit out, so it was for American kids.
Really?
And they did some dub-overs, and and they changed some of the dialogue with the dub-overs and everything.
We never get the good stuff.
We don't get the good stuff, because we're not just mature enough for it. We're two snotty little kids.
Obviously.
But yeah, I never stopped watching anime, and I continued. And Dragon Ball Z, I love Dragon Ball Z. You can see I have it on my DVD shelf. I have Dragon Ball Z. And people ask me now, do I watch it? And I'm like, I don't like watching somebody scream for 3 days. Just build it.
Yeah.
Why? I can't do it.
I saw a panel of the Dragon Ball cast at a SuperCon pre-COVID. And that's what they were talking about. That was like the majority of the questions were, what is it like when you're screaming? What do people think when you're screaming? And they even, they screamed for us. But just, it's a lot of screaming. It is. And it's really, it kind of always has been.
See.
But it's gotten worse.
See, that's kind of why, that's why I have trouble, like, the anime Black Clover looks really good. But they got one character, he just screams all the fucking time, and it's just annoying as fuck, and I can't bring myself to watch it because he's just annoying as shit.
Why is that, though? I noticed that it's like in a lot of animes, there's always like that one character, or maybe even a couple of them that are just always yelling.
I think it's just to emphasize the over-exaggeration of the character itself, and it's hard to do whenever you're dealing with voice acting and animation. So animation has to go all out with the visuals to where voice acting has to go all out with the voice. That's why they make the smacking sounds. That's why they do the other things. What I find funny is you got one line that's in every Japanese fucking original dialect, right? Huh. Right?
Yeah.
That means, yes, I understand. Okay, follow orders. That they'll put any fucking subtitle down there they fucking want to that will comprehend, but all you hear is, huh.
They said, work smarter, not harder.
I fucking love it. I fucking love it. What I want to know is apparently there's a new trend that's going on now, because anime, we've all seen this. I've seen a shit ton of it, Battle Angel Alita and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But apparently it's a running trend now. I don't know if there's subtitles or whatever. Super long fucking titles.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of these titles?
I've seen a couple of them, and even on Korean dramas too. The name of the movies are just super long. For what? It's like a whole sentence or two. Like, you can
actually tell the entirety of what the subject matter of this fucking anime is just by the title alone. There is no. Let me show you something.
And it's not an anime, but there's like a movie or a show on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And it's like the woman in the window across the street from the, like, what? For what?
Yeah.
For what? What is all that for?
All right, so hang on a sec. That one just cracks me up. All right, so this is from Phantom Spot. I enjoy some of the articles that they have in here and stuff like that. They have some fun stuff in here. If you're a fan of anime and everything else, check them out. Phantom Spot. I don't sponsor anybody because I don't know anybody. But eventually, we'll see what happens. This is 25 anime with the longest and most absurd titles, right? Now, if you want, you're welcome to go through and read the article. I'm just going to talk about some of the titles, but this one right here, I've actually seen some episodes of this one. This was a straight up fan service, a little bit of TNA. Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
Now I'm not even gonna watch it because I'm pissed off that it's so long. Like, I'm looking at it, I was like,
because you just don't want to text it because everybody talks in text and you.
oh,
What are you watching?
That?
What are you watching? And I'm old. I don't text like these fucking young kids. These kids can just.
Yeah, and walk too. And just, yeah.
No.
2-hit multi-target attacks.
It's funny, but it's, again, straight up TNA. And pervy, it's pervy on the mom mostly. And she's all hugging on the son and everything. It's just, Japanese things.
Norman Bates?
I don't know, man. Japanese. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Now, this one, I want to say this one kicked off the isekai whole fucking trend, I think, because this one came out before the other one. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But after I saw this one come out, all I saw was a whole bunch of isekais coming out. And for those of you in the world that don't understand what isekai is, that's like going to another world. You cross dimensions, cross worlds. And the commonplace now is, thanks to Sword Art Online, it's video game worlds. But somehow or another, they and thanks to the anime of Overlord, that's good anime. They're alive, and the video game world is real for them now.
Okay. Metaverse?
Yeah. No matter how you look at it, it is you guys' fault, not fault. I'm not popular. So basically, it's somebody else's fault that they're not. I see.
What does that translate to?
I don't.
Like, maybe. I don't know. I can't imagine.
I'm curious on how many characters it is in the Japanese language. Because, whenever you combine some characters, it actually becomes a new character that actually has the combination of all of those characters, and people read it like that as an actual word.
Yeah. That's why I'm. I don't know.
It's crazy.
But regardless.
An advertisement. The otherworldly demon king and the summoner girl's slave magic. I guess. Okay, so this I think is a sequel on how not to summon a demon lord, because that's the character from How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, and that's actually a funny show. And that's one of those isekais to where he's trapped in that world or whatever. I forget how the hell he got trapped in that world, but they summoned him there or something like that. I don't know. This one, I want you to make a disgusted face and show me your underwear. Jesus Christ, I fucking love that title. That is... And just look at her. She's got the disgusted look. She's got that,
Sounds like what those guys send in the DMs.
And she's dressed as a maid. For those of you that can't see, she is dressed as a maid. But that's
she
just
looks
funny
upset.
as shit.
She looks disgusted.
I want to know how much is she getting paid to do this, and why he wants her to specifically look disgusted. Because he wants to be in the wrong. He's dirty.
Ooh.
He's dirty.
Clearly.
I wonder if this one's set on Epstein's in his little library. Showa and the Genroku era lovers suicide through Rangoku.
It could have just been called Lover Suicide, or I don't know.
I don't know. The disappearance of a Ken iguana, the worst days in history. Okay, so that's got to be a movie, though, because that looks like the disappearance of Ken Edogawa. That's from the series Case Closed, because I've seen that series. I used to watch it on Adult Swim. And so, come on, work with me here, bitches. But yeah, I mean, I like that show, but that's...
Speaking of Frank's Red Hot,
they
heard us.
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff.
Hear that sponsorship.
No The Beautiful World, The Life Goes On. Well, that's a movie. And okay, so this one, I've seen this one. This is actually a cute show, but the title, suppose a kid from the last dungeon boonies moves to a starter town. It's a long-ass fucking title.
But why? It could have... I don't know.
And apparently the story on this one, this kid right here, he's actually a weakling compared to everybody in this town, but because his town lives where they do, everybody is there super fucking strong. Like to travel long distance to their friends in the mountain, they place themselves in a cannon and they have the big red X on the mountain and they blast themselves into the side of the fucking mountain.
Okay.
And they don't ever hit their target though. They miss and they gotta walk a couple of miles up the rest of the mountain.
That's life.
Yeah, it's funny as shit, dude. Fucking love that one. Here you go. Dragon Ball Z. Resist despair. The surviving fighters. Gohan in Trunks.
Why not just Gohan in Trunks?
I'm curious if these titles are actually the same in Japanese or if we just change them to Americanize them and try to fucking make them more, titillating.
Yeah, because I feel like they could have just simply took what they had put as their title and then made it simpler. But I feel like because it's America, they took the whole thing.
No, American lazy. They make simple title. No, we title.
Like they want to give you the full
title
summary.
No,
synopsis
no,
in
Americans title. No, we title. Huh. It's a really horrible Japanese impression. Really horrible Japanese impression. No, watch, I want to be called racist because I made fun of the Japanese.
Oh, God.
Dude, the Japanese make fun of themselves so much worse. Have you seen their fucking game shows? That should say everything, okay? Whatever I do, that is nothing compared to what they do to themselves.
They're just pure entertainment.
Oh, and pervs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, pervs. They have a masturbation karaoke. The guy has to sing karaoke while another one, like a chick, takes care of him. And if he finishes before the song finishes, he loses. Yeah. That's a contest in Japan.
It's televised?
Yeah, well, they have a curtain over his waist, but it's televised and he's on camera.
You're not going to see that in America.
And the Japanese love their karaoke. It's in so many anime. It's in a fuck ton of movies. Yeah, they have.
Wow. I guess they got bored, regular.
We Americans just do not appreciate bad singing.
Yeah. And they want to have fun.
Yeah.
They're there. It's entertainment purposes. They're just going to have fun. We take everything too serious.
Yeah, I think we do. Everybody wants to be super famous and a superstar.
Yeah. It's not happening.
Konosaba, God's blessing on this wonderful world, Legend of Crimson. This is actually a funny one. This got another season, but I haven't finished it. Dude, I'm in the middle of so many seasons. It's unreal. It is unreal. Yuri on Ice, however you say that, GPF in Barcelona X, welcome to the match. Goodness, oh my God, I can't do it. I just fucking can't. Okay, so this one is funny. Shimoneta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. This actually kind of comes into place of what we're kind of dealing with now because of the fact that all dirty jokes have been censored out, and this girl is adamant and she wants to get porn and dirty jokes in everybody's face, and what she does is she runs around naked and disguises her face with her own panties. Now it's all censored out and you see a lot of the censors, and there's a lot of innuendos in there, but oh my God, it's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. And she pulls this one guy in with her and everything else, and there's this artist chick that gets involved, and she's a dirty little perv too.
I like that you've seen
a lot of these.
A majority of these.
Well, I don't know about a majority of them, but I've seen some of them. Oh, yes, I have seen this one. I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly decided to get a job. And he's working with this fucking, super powered demon chick or whatever. It's actually funny. There was another one I thought was hilarious. The devil gets a devil is a part-timer. Mm-hmm. So like this guy, he's like the super devil demon lord of this fucking world, and then he gets fucking changed over into our world, and next you know he gets a part-time job at a fucking McDonald's and becomes a shift manager and shit, while his subordinate is lazy at the house buying things on Amazon. And
it's like a twist on Coming to America.
Yeah. And there's like this super angelic hero that follows him over into the other world, still trying to hunt him down, and he's just trying to get to work on time.
So what we're all trying to do.
Anymore, really, nowadays. My mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy.
That's funny. School romantic comedy.
I'm curious what the mental choices are that he's having that are completely interfering with his school.
With school?
So did he plan to have a school romantic comedy? Is what he was doing?
Yeah, right. Like he orchestrated it.
Right? It's kind of like the romance version of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
I guess. You know, we're focusing on Zach and what's her face? Kelly.
I see it.
If I don't successfully pick up 420 girls, I'm going to die in a lot of different ways.
Sounds like a lot of people's goals.
I guess. Why 420?
Right?
Why you gotta fuck with my number? No.
That's a lot of... how are you gonna die? Why are you gonna die?
Kagawa wants to be confessed to. The Geniuses War of Love and Brains, second season. Oh my god.
Second season, they had to put that in the
second season.
Just so you know.
World end. What do you do at the end of the world? Question mark. Are you busy? Question mark. Will you save us? Question mark. Just let me just send hey, what's Bobby doing today? Because the world's ending. Hey, Bobby, are you busy? The world's going to die in about a week. You want to come help?
You think you can save me?
Like it's a casual conversation.
The world's ending. I'm not worried about you. What would you do if the world was ending?
I don't know. Probably the same shit I'm doing now. Just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you? Is that what you would do?
What she's doing.
Yeah. Just wait. Yeah.
Lay down.
Fuck it.
Act like a cat.
I'm reincarnated into an autumn game as a villainess with only destruction flags.
Could have called it red flag.
If I played one of those kind of games, I'd probably know more of what the fuck it was talking about. The story in which I was kidnapped by a young lady's school to be a sample of common people. So basically, we kidnapped royalty to force them to be a pauper so they can better.
Yeah.
You're going to be poor and you're going to like it, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get used to it. Learn to be like us.
Okay, so this one is actually really popular. I've never watched it, but I've seen a lot of people. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid episode 14, Valentine's, and then Hot Springs. Please don't get your hopes up. Yeah, this one is... She's like some kind of dragon, becomes the maid servant, wants to be a maid, is fantasized about being a person, so she looks like a person, and she's working for this person for free, but she's obsessed with this person. She's,
okay.
I don't know.
But don't get your hopes up.
Japanese are weird. Number 1, the misfit of a Demon King Academy. History's strongest Demon King reincarnates and goes to school with his descendants. I've actually seen this one. This one's good, and I'm waiting on another season of this one.
Okay.
There's some others that I'm watching, and it's actually really good. World's Finest Assassin gets reincarnated as an aristocrat family. That one's really good. And there's another one that I'm watching. I forget what the first word is. I can never pronounce the fucking Japanese words, but it's From Commonplace to World's Strongest. And this guy, it's an isekai. He's transferred into a game world or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And because they have the transfer into a game worlds now, or they have reincarnations into other worlds, like jobless reincarnation. Really good, dude. I cried even a couple of times in that one. Really good. but he is just worthless or whatever. He's not really strong with the group, right? He's like a farmer type of magic person, so he can only, do different things with ground and rocks and stuff like that, right? Because it's more elemental of harvesting stones and mining is what his magic is really meant for. They're in this labyrinth of a dungeon thing, and they got down a little far, and they accidentally sprung a trap that dropped them down to the 65th level. Now, the further down you go, the stronger the monsters get. So they're on their 65th level, and they're having to fight off this giant monster. They're getting their asses handed to them, and they're all trying to run away. And then one of the classmates decides to try to assassinate him and shoots a blast at him, and the bridge collapses, and he falls down to the 70th floor, right? Oops. He falls to the 70th floor. He panics, he's getting attacked by a monster, loses a fucking arm. He's using his stuff to figure out a way to get a hold to dig down, and he comes across this giant fucking orb, or magical orb or whatever. And it said that it changes things to a holy capacity. So if you place water with it or whatever, it will purify the water to make it a holy water healing element. And so he heals himself with the water that's dripping from the condensation in the cave to heal himself. He ends up using his magic to kill a monster. He ends up getting powers from that monster, and then he has to survive. And so now he learns that he can get the powers from the monsters, so he's using the different powers and his own magic to trap and kill more monsters, going further all the way down to the fucking bottom to become a complete fucking badass, to figure out how to use the different rock elements to create guns and bullets and shit. And he's kicking everybody's fucking ass. Just to release this little fucking princess vampire chick who happens to be the last vampire living in that world. And she now loves him and sucks on his blood to survive, and they go off and just fuck everything up. And his whole purpose is just to get back to his world, and he will kill anybody that gets in his way, including his classmates, because they all fucking left him for dead.
Ooh. Karma.
Oh, dude. I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. I'm on season 2. This Jobless Reincarnation and this one right here are the only two that I've ever actually swapped over from a different language. Like, okay. I would, if I started on English, I have to finish it on English, because that voice, that is the character for me, right? If the voice changes and it's too different, then it's hard for me to keep with that story. But these stories were so good that I had to finish out that series, and they hadn't finished doing the English simulcast yet. And so I swapped over to the Japanese to finish out that series. And then on the World's Strongest one, season 2 had started, but they haven't started the English simulcast yet. So I started watching season 2 in Japanese just so I can go on with the story.
And you
fucking love it. Oh my God, so good. All right, folks, that's pretty much our show for the day. I do appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all again. If you like the show, let us know. Send us an email, lowdowndirtyshane20@gmail.com. You can also let us know in the comments on YouTube here. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. There are links to those podcasts that's available on the YouTube channel as well, too. So I want to thank y'all for coming out and joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good day.
This has been a Lowdown Dirty Shane's production.
Just jokes, folks.